What up, everybody? Thanks for joining me here at the Modded by P channel, where shit's about to get spicy, cause your boy's pissed. ENC really ticked me off. They finally sent me a response email, and it basically read exactly like I thought it was going to read. So a little bit of backstory. March 25th, I know all the dates because I just looked up all the emails. March 25th, I actually ordered an EC4P version 3, which was the latest and greatest brushless motor from Electric & Co. Alright, so on the 18th of this month, I get an email, and they're basically announcing their new product, right? No big deal. It's a motor called the One. What is it, you ask? It's exactly the same thing as an EC4P with the shaft increasing in diameter because people were having problems snapping them off left and right, even though E and C, basically swear it up and down that it was nothing to do with their product and that everything was working fine, and whatever the customers were doing, whether it be controller, overvolting, too big of a battery, whatever it was, gearing, wheel size, it was the customer's fault and not ENC's. So, alright, so bear with me here. This is the email that I got from ENC about their new motor, basically talking about how it's a combination of the EC4P and the EC5P. And this is the part where they basically say, you're a valued customer, but, basically you have to upgrade the One motor to a number 35 sprocket, and also if you received a V3 or earlier version, that the One is now a new version, and they are not going to give you any sort of refund or do anything, but charge you another additional $100 to make it the One. So then I was like, okay, well, what the fuck? So I decided that, obviously I was going to write an email. And here is that email. So basically I just said that I purchased back in March. And now you got the One going, and the upgrade sells for $100. Am I missing something? The new One sells for cheaper than what I paid for mine 3 months ago. And I also have to pay an additional $100, and I have to do the work where, what the fuck? So I gave him options, which I know I'm nobody, but I said send me $29 back and we'll call it even, because, the motor's cheaper now. I said send me the upgrade kit for free. Let me return my EC4P and I'll buy the One. And I told him, you cannot keep doing no R&D and letting the customers do it for you. Regards, Paulo. Waited for a response. So, eventually, this is the response I got. The One is actually listed for $329. It's just on sale for $299. Instead of forcing the customers to buy a new motor, we allowed an option to upgrade without having to have a new motor. Not all companies allow customers to have an option for an upgrade to the EC4P V3. It's not a slouch, but if you'd like to upgrade the shaft to open up more peak power, you have an option. So this is pretty much the part where I started going ham. And I basically told them that this is exactly the response that I expect from your shitty company. Basically a big fuck you. You gave your customers options to upgrade. Other companies don't do that? LOL. Other companies' products don't fail like yours, and they don't come out with 4 versions of the same motor in 1 year. So basically I go on to tell them about how I'm going to sell the EC4P on the forums and flame them all over social media, and at the end I tell the dude that he can eat a giant cock, Paulo. You can tell I'm pretty pissed off about this, and the saga continues. Let's take a little break though and look at the bike that I'm actually building, and this is what the motor was supposed to go into. Basically, what we have here is an MX650
It's been extendoed like a mofo. I literally just got done welding these dropouts into the back of it because I was tired of the chain tensioner bullshit, and I'm upgraded to a split sprocket number 35. It's hard to see on camera here. There you go. Split sprocket number 35 chain. We're at a point now where I basically have everything to finish the rest of the build. I actually ended up getting this badass little DKD display. It's running a Far Driver 72450 controller. And I got this nice, what is it? I don't know how many amp hours this one is. It's a 20 amp hour 72 volt. It's actually a Hot Packs rebranded Amore A, or whatever, Amorge, however you pronounce that brand battery. Back to the ENC bullshit. So, they basically come out with a new motor, fix the problems with their old motor that they just released a couple months previously. You know, and I get it, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But now, to add insult to injury, you know, on top of everything else, but they basically offer an upgrade kit. For $100, you yourself can get the parts to basically convert your EC4P into the new 1 motor. We'll wait until it's the 2 motor. That should be fun. So not only do you have to do the work yourself and risk possibly damaging their product, which I'm sure they would love to blame on you if something goes wrong later too, you could pay an additional $20 and actually send it to them and then wait probably like 4 months before you ever even get it back. And the biggest, I think, insult, that thing that really pissed me off, was the fact that they're now selling the new motor for a cheaper price than what I paid for mine a couple months ago. You know, and I get it. I mean, new things come out, and I'm trying to remain as unsalty as I guess I could be in this whole scenario. But at this point, this is just blatantly ridiculous, right? So I write them an email, and I basically give them 3 options, which I know I'm nobody. Who the fuck am I to give them options? But I said, so I'm at a point now where I think I'm just going to try to sell the EC4P version 3 secondhand and basically buy a Sotion at this point. I don't think I'm ever going to buy another ENC product again in my life. I mean, you hear endless stories about them on the forums, and people are constantly saying the same things over and over again. You know what I mean? It's like they don't stand behind their products. They blame everything on the customer. You know, they don't really want to warranty anything, you know what I mean, unless the situations are very specific and very situational to where they're like, okay, maybe we should, you know, this is blatantly our fuck up, we need to make this right. You know, and, you know, people say, oh, this is 80% of every company now. Well, I don't know what companies you guys fucking order from, but pretty much every company that I order from, if I ever have a fucking issue, they're going to refund me my money, send me a new version of whatever. You know, half of the time they don't even require you to send your original version back to them. So, I don't really know, and I do tons of stuff. Look around my fucking garage. Like, you think that these little Razor bikes are the only thing that I'm into and the only things that I buy for? Like, you're out of your mind. So, that argument is nullified as far as I'm concerned, and I've actually already said this on the forum, but I will die on this fucking hill of fuck ENC, okay? All the little, like, fanboys always want to jump on their nuts. Like, have you guys even bought any of their fucking products? Because half of the people that I've talked to that have actually bought their products fucking say they're trash. They've had all kinds of issues. Like, why would you even want to go down that road now? And they think that they run this monopoly on the internet of this Razor, you know what I mean, upgrade world, you know what I mean? And it's just absolutely ridiculous because there's way too many other companies and single guys out there running businesses that are making products that are way fucking better. And I have a few of them, you know what I mean? And I'm making my own shit. You think I was going to pay for their fucking swing arm? No, I spent $20 on some fucking steel and welded this bitch up at work. Does it look like it's fucking professional as fuck? Maybe not. Maybe not. But is it going to work? And once I paint it black, are you going to be able to tell? Is your average Joe working down the fucking sidewalk going to be able to tell that I welded this swing arm myself? No, they're going to think this bike fucking came like this. Because that's what they already do with my other one. I have an SX500. You guys already know. So, anyway, it is what it is. I'm trying to build this damn bike. I haven't been making videos on it because I've kind of been salty about this whole damn motor issue, for one. And now, just to add insult to injury, you know what I mean? It's going to take even longer to put this thing together. I kind of wanted to just pop out on a video with, hey, this is what I built. Here it is. Let's fucking go. But instead, I'm introducing it like this. If you actually remember from my previous videos, this is actually Michael Laverna's bike. I just bought it from him. He got tired of chasing issues with his 1020 motor. So that was that.